Rams, Giants. What the hell was that? You know what? I'll say this.
It wasn't great.
It wasn't great at all.
I was watching it.
It's like the Rams sleptwalk throughout it. And but the Giants, hey, man.
Had a chance.
We could go higher register. They had more than a chance. Don't go higher register. They had a chance.
Settled for 3 field goals.
I know. That Rams defense is really
good.
Really good. And the Giants defense did put in the best performance we've seen against the Rams yet this year.
The Rams were 13-point favorites.
I guess there's the first half in Buffalo, right? For the Rams. And then the entire 4 quarters yesterday, with the exception of Cooper Kupp breaking contain and going straight up the middle of the field like a flag football touchdown. Other than that, they held Goff to just 200 yards. It was definitely not the Rams' best game, but there's no pictures on the in the standings, and they're 3-1. And I'll just say this: I'll repeat here what I said. And everybody's talking about Jalen Ramsey and Golden Tate going at it. That's more of a TMZ story than anything else, because there's a history between the two of these guys that I do not want to get into right here.
Is.
So, I watched the Giants yesterday. And as anybody knows on this show, and we appreciate you also taking in videos on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Rich Eisen Show, and our Twitter handle @Rich Eisen Show. We appreciate that. You all know I had a lot to say about the Jets last week. Seeing what the Jets did at home in a pandemic on a short week against a kid from Boise State. The number of people, when I said in my rant about the Jets that Brett Rippon was the first Boise State quarterback to start a game in the NFL. I know Kellen Moore started one, but we're talking about a Thursday night football game in a season where games are still of great import. 0-3. You got to win this game. They stuck Brett Rippon out there. I understand I was factually incorrect.
Well, we're mad at Kellen Moore anyway.
But for he's now calling the plays for the Cowboys. Stephen A. Smith coming up. But the reason why I bring all this up now is you saw the way that the Jets played. Shorthanded, they're all banged up. They, on occasion, got things done, but played totally undisciplined, made so many mistakes that they could not even overcome that against a team that was traveling in a pandemic from 2 time zones away with a kid who had never started a game before and had just gotten his feet wet in a game just 4 days before. Jets lost that one. Giants go all the way across the country in a pandemic, and without Saquon Barkley and with a running back who's just coming off the couch, right, in Devontae Freeman, and a receiver core that is probably just as good as the Jets right now. I mean, the Jets have got Jamison Crowder and the guys who are healthy are doing their best, but you put it all together and the Giants almost beat the Rams. So compared, I know they're both 0-4 and both in New York City, and it's the worst we've ever seen a season start for both New York teams ever. It's never, I don't recall the Jets and Giants ever both starting 0-4 the same season. But compared to the Giants can't hold a candle. And compared to the Giants, in terms of playing hard, as cohesive as they can, and in the mold of their coach, they're like the 85 Bears compared to these Jets. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.